Welcome to the Daily Coach's Sports Leadership Lessons, a reading of some of our greatest hits from more than 6 years of email newsletters that have been read by tens of thousands of leaders and learners. If you want our latest newsletter delivered to your inbox every day, you can subscribe for free at thedaily.coach/subscribe or follow the link in the description. Bob Dylan's search for inspiration. In 2009, the Long Branch, New Jersey Police Department received a call from a homeowner claiming a hooded, eccentric old man was walking through his yard. "We got a call for a suspicious person," Officer Christy Bublé later said. "It was pouring rain outside, and I was right around the corner, so I responded. By that time, he was walking down the street. I asked him what he was doing in the neighborhood, and he said he was looking at a house for sale. I asked him what his name was, and he said Bob Dylan," Bublé added. Now, I've seen pictures of Bob Dylan from a long time ago, and he didn't look like Bob Dylan at all to me. He was wearing black sweatpants tucked into black rain boots and 2 raincoats with the hood pulled down over his head. So I said, "Okay, Bob, what are you doing in Long Branch?" He said he was touring the country with Willie Nelson and John Mellencamp. So now I'm really a little fishy about this story. I didn't know what to believe or where he was coming from or even who he was. Bublé made this Bob Dylan get back into her car and drove him to a hotel so he could show her his identification. Lo and behold, it was Dylan. So why was Dylan walking in the pouring rain looking at obscure homes? Dylan was searching for inspiration, trying to flame his creative juices. The home in question once belonged to legendary singer Bruce Springsteen, who wrote the hit Born to Run from the location Dylan was trying to enter. Dylan believed that being in a famously creative space would allow that creativity to be passed along to him. It wasn't the first time Dylan went searching. He had also visited the childhood homes of Neil Young and John Lennon, in both cases appearing without fanfare and barely identifying himself after he was recognized. Winnipeg homeowner John Kiernan once told Sun Media's Simon Fuller that Dylan and a friend arrived unannounced in a taxi to his Grosvenor Avenue home where Young grew up. Dylan has been a creative genius his entire life, writing thousands of songs and recording over 39 albums. Why would he need to be in the home of Lennon, Young, or Springsteen to rekindle his creative juices? Because the ever-creative always search for more. They constantly want to fuel their ideas using any method possible. Dylan was strengthening his creative muscle, never forgetting that creativity needs exercise. John Cleese, the famous Monty Python comedian, believes that for creativity to flourish, 2 things are needed: time and space. They allow for the subconscious to work its magic. We must make the time to be creative and have space to work. We carve out time to exercise and help our bodies, but do we spend time reading or working on our creativity? We're not advocating breaking into homes to draw inspiration, but we may want to start spending part of our day trying to be more creative. Thanks for joining this episode of The Daily Coach. On behalf of Michael Lombardi, Coach George Raveling, and the entire Daily Coach team, we're grateful for your support. Remember, the most important person you will ever lead is yourself. Keep growing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep showing up.